Cancinatus since 2018, you must have been feeling like a pressure cooker which can blast any minute, especially in the areas of your money, value system, finances, just to have that solid ground under your feet. Uh, but remember that you have been going through a cycle where there were massive changes due to Uranus, and you're not alone in this. This massive 7 year cycle of Uranus is a transit that shook the Cancerians to, in Cancerians foundation of material world in their life. Now, this February in 2026, the energy has shifted. Uranus has stationed direct in Taurus for its final act, if I can say that. It's like a final exam result that you have been waiting for. You've given many exams, but this is the final exam, and this is a exam on stability. Then on April 26th, Uranus is going to leave the heavy earthy sign of Taurus and go into the airy sign of Gemini for next 7 years. Now, if it's not like a calendar change for you. It's You are going to feel the change on a soul level. In Just to give you a background, in astronomy, Uranus is a oddball in the solar system. It is the only planet that rotates on its side, literally rolling through the space. And scientifically, it represents disruption and innovation. Now, one thing we should keep in mind is that Uranus comes uh, in one house and one sign once in your lifetime, as its orbital cycle is of 85 years, and hence due to its long duration, Uranus has the power to change the complete environment for anybody, uh, whenever it comes in that house and sign. Now, when Uranus moves from a Taurus, which is an earthy sign, into Gemini, which is an Aries sign, it's like a weather change. You'll feel as if, uh, okay, let's see like this. Taurus was all about physical things, money, food, tangible things, land, security. Gemini is about mental things, data, frequency, communication, networking. That is all Gemini is all about. And now you can imagine that weather change is like a massive lightning storm which is moving from the ground into the atmosphere. Um, so the static you're feeling in your mind right now, that's the transition that's happening in the coming few months. On September 10th, Uranus will go retrograde again, asking us to review your new decisions that you've taken in these 4 months, so that you know what you're doing before you fully commit to the future. Let's go a little deeper. See, since 2018, Uranus was in your 11th house of friendships, networking, communication, and you would have started seeing a lot of shift in your social circles, especially from this February when it has gone direct. Now things are going to make more sense to you. You will understand the why behind why the things were happening, why people left, why people came. Why have you started saying no to people in groups? Because simply because of the reason that you wanted to fit in. Now you want to be authentic and you want to be there for genuine reasons. Now these 3 months is a window where if you wanted to join a certain group of your choice, you should do it now. But before you join the group, there are two things that you should be asking yourself. Why are you joining this group? Is it because it resonates with your goal, or you are just there? Are you being heard or are you being seen in the group? That's a one question that you should be asking. The second question that you should be asking is the group uplifting me or is it just draining my energy? Those two questions are very important for you, because in the next 7 years, whatever group you join are going to help you silently in the background. So be mindful of what you're doing in the coming upcoming months. Now, once Uranus hits Gemini, it's going to hit your 12th house. Now, this house is responsible for many things we don't like. First of all, it's your sleep, your subconscious mind, your hidden enemies, your illnesses, your expenses, your long distance travel, etc. The activation of this house will bring vivid dreams where your subconscious is processing information at a very high speed. I would say make it a habit of keeping a journal by your bedside to record them, as it will help you in processing your life in a better direction. This transit will also give you a sudden urge to let go or walk away from a lot of things, because you might suddenly lose interest. It could be a habit or a routine or a person. This will not be limited to your relationship, where you will find yourself letting you will be letting go of lot of resentment. And the good part is that you will feel very light and lifted once you let go of these things. It's not a negative thing. There could be a mental restlessness, because Gemini as a sign is a busy sign. It has a restless energy, and now that it's in your house, it's in your house of rest, you might struggle a little bit more with your sleep. Try to use grounding techniques like walking barefoot or having salt baths to drain that excess mental electricity or the mental restlessness that's going on. I would like to give a warning here that in the next 7 years, when you're trying to overcome or manage this change with your emotions, or, even to experience, people start taking support of things that you should not be, like substance abuse, long term sleeping pills could be one of the things that they can try, secret affairs, or even doom scrolling, things that you don't need in your life. I will say try to develop healthy habits rather than developing a support system that you are going to regret in the next cycle, when Uranus moves the house into your first house. Now when Uranus turns retrograde in September, don't panic. Your magic is going to, you'll feel as if you started, but now everything is going to slow down. It's a sign where universe is giving you time for your nervous system to relax. It's a time to ask yourself, what have you discovered about yourself, and what kind of help are you trying to seek? Remember those habits I was talking about. Also remember, there is a very thin line between isolating yourself out of fear or problems and resting or taking a break. Try to create those boundaries for yourself, uh, because during this time, uh, keeping those boundaries in mind, and keeping in mind that you still have to fulfill your goals and duties in your day to day life, rather than just running away. It's just a change of perspective. It's a change of how, the outlook of life is just changing here. Cancer is a sign that values security, especially material value. But Uranus here is not for material things. It is here to teach you the true security. It's not about your bank balance or how big your house is, what do you own. It's a clarity on of your own spirit and your mind. You're not losing your mind. You're just clearing the clutter to make room for that higher frequency, for that soul and mind balance. Don't be afraid, if you need to be alone. You're not running away from things, but trying to go on a deeper level to understand life in general, as to what really matters other than material things, and is preparing you uh, for your next chapter, as I said. But be mindful of what habits you develop during this time. That's my only take from this transit, a negative take. For today, just let's take a deep breath and wait for the time to unfold itself, keeping in mind that we have to walk on a straight line. We still have to achieve our goals. We still have to value our value system, in order to keep ourselves grounded. And all the best to all the Cancer natives. This is a beautiful time that's coming for you. If you like the video, do share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe.